Good evening, back with another video. This is the spirit your zodiac sign attracts, summons, or is potentially possessed by. When you have discernment, these are spirits that come around in your circle that vibe and attract to you based off of you being a big spirit. And this sign is Scorpio because the moon is in Scorpio and this is going through the houses. So, Scorpios, you manifest or summon surface level or uncomfortable spirits or handy capable of handling their emotions, or stubborn, overly stubborn, or consistent. You know, it's based off of percentage level. You can be stubborn or consistent or persistent on a percentage level. So first house, these might be people in your group that are just surface level. Like, based off of your personality, you interact with these people, not your actions or your moon signs, how you react or how you take action. This is just your personality, your aura. These people want to be dry around you, but want you to open up, and they're attracted to you because they're surface level, and they want to get something out of you, out of your personality, because you know you can take things deep. They want to see if they can get your trust and your loyalty and have the easy way. These are spirits that died potentially without having connects and things of that nature. Now they want to go back and do it again with the extreme natures by being in your circle, or vice versa. Second house, your values. Might manifest people that are overly stubborn about their values or consistent with projecting their values onto you. They're stubborn with sharing their values by default because you expect trust and loyalty. Like, you expect to slow things down and take your time getting in relationships, potentially where you could be vulnerable around somebody. But these spirits want to be stubborn or consistently placing their values on you, what they value on their deep level, knowing damn well that you are on it, like that you live there, that deep level. So the values that they're trying to project onto you, you like probably potentially have been there and done that and been around the block with that. But you know, it's kind of like toxic because they know the vibe is off, but they still come around just because you're listen, or they want to guilt trip you into feeling like, oh, you're going too deep with your values. Or third house, like I have, like your surroundings, your conversations, your day-to-day conversations, withholding the truth or withholding words, not natural, like Scorpio energy, like, you know, not to be vulnerable, things like that. No withholding because you're generally, if you're possessed, because you're generally uncomfortable about speaking your truth or speaking your knowledge, you know what I mean? Or at least might be the spirits that come around you being like consistently dry or uncomfortable around you, feel like they are walking on eggshells. Then they can project that back onto you like it's something going on with you, just because your Scorpio energy is intensity. If they can't hack it, get the fuck out the kitchen. Like, no one asked them to come around. These are just those lingering spirits that want to come around to try to get in. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you don't use your power, you lose that. If you don't use your power, you lose your power. And they want to come in all hee ha and freaking do that. It ain't doing that. Fourth house, being uncomfortable around family, feeling like you can't even trust like your own family, or these spirits come around because they might perceive you as shady, but you grew up around these people, and now because it's different situations and scenarios that they may not be able to maintain their control because you're grown and out of the house, then they will come around and make you feel uncomfortable, make you feel like the black sheep of the family, because you're protecting your energy, right? You're being a part of being separate, but they still want to put you into the middle of everything, just based off of your energy. Those Thanksgiving talks where they feel like you always got something to prove, but you don't really have anything, so that makes them uncomfortable by default because they can't really just expose your business like that. So be watching with those spirits. Fifth house, these are people that are stubborn with their time, consistently stubborn with giving their time, but they want you to give your time to come out of your shell, to come out of your place of comfortability, to experience their entertainment, their house parties, being around a lot of people, a lot of woo and rah rah rah, but that's just not you. Sixth house, your work routine patterns in life, like they want you to like be uncomfortable in your patterns because they're surface level with their patterns. They're mundane with their patterns. They don't want to grow their experience or extend their career to the depths that you're willing to take it, because they want to hide behind you as a shield because you're willing to go to the depths, do the background research, and potentially come around and take credit for your work to manipulate you. They may not even possess you, but possess the qualities that you bring to the table based off of your work. And then that's how they will like get into your head. And once they get you under their thumb, then you're under their thumb. This is what you manifest with that Scorpio in the 6th house. 7th house, your direct relationships. Say opposites attract, but they want you to come out of your shell knowing you are how you are, but they're like consistently like in your face, you know what I'm saying, with the uncomfortability, but they're in your face acting like they're doing like the best they can, like opening it up and stuff like that, but you perceive behind the veil, so it's ulterior motives. Or they might gaslight you into saying, no, I have nothing to hide, you're just acting this way because of woo, blah blah blah. Protect your energy at the end of the day, no matter what, because just know that this is by default. You're getting tested. Iron sharpens iron, and these are those as lost as spirits that have relationship that they didn't sell the score going into their afterlife or coming back down here or wherever, you know what I mean. Scorpio in the 8th house, that's the home of the 8th house. So with your transformation, sexuality, sexual energy, these might be them transmitted as demons that always acting like, oh yeah, they're all open-minded and stuff, sexually or transformatively, like just cutting off. Both of y'all agree to cut all ties, and you cut all your ties to some sort of association, but they don't do that. And then that's where you like get possessed, because you open up to this person, and now you're feeling vulnerable and uncomfortable. But really, you feel like you were wrong for not opening up in the first place. But they're coming to that sexual realm because they were over accomplishing in their root chakras, in their energies, transforming, just because they transformed from a motherfucking goat to a dragon. Animal's still a motherfucking animal instinctually at the end of the day, and just because they're a dragon, the dragon spiritually wants shit added to it. And you're trying to make yourself like a serpent, but they want to come around with the get and the glamour, and be stubborn to transform alongside you after you put your eggs in the basket and shit like that, and look at you like you're crazy to make you feel uncomfortable. Or your 9th house, the wisdom that someone has gained, they'll come around and be uncomfortable with the wisdom that they gain. It'll be like a reverse mind fuck guilt trip shit, like because they've been through this, like they can influence someone else, but they're throwing the guilt trip party, so they don't want to do that. And you're already in that energy, so they're trying to open up that door for you or bring it in, because 9th house was right before 10th house, so that's wisdom and all things of that nature, right before the 10th house. So that is anytime you're learning actual enlightenment, to teach someone, to share someone, like you're being enlightened, but they're being illuminated externally, so they're comfortable being in that period, place, in situation, scenario, but they don't want you to be looked at for your enlightenment abilities based off of you narrowing down your focus, and they're gaslight, like, oh, you took the first step, you did everything without them making moves. Damn right you're making moves. In the fucking shadow, it doesn't move as slow as when things move in the fucking light. Light's like this, but darkness is already like that. So they try to gaslight you and reverse that only you, because those spirits were lost in the freaking light when they died, based off their transforming. That's why they're freaking floating around now, attracting to your ass. 10th house, your status, your career, your public eye, public image. You're gonna manifest uncomfortable people in the public image. Like, y'all started somewhere, and now y'all got started from the bottom. Now y'all here, right? When it took both y'all as a motherfucking team to do that, now they want to make you feel uncomfortable for being in the spotlight because of the energy, of the shadow realm energy that you bring, and like switch up. I mean, it's if a wise man changes, the fool stays the same, but they don't want you to change up for their cause, not for your own agenda. Just because y'all hit the same peak or plateau based off your status and reputation doesn't mean it's gonna stay that way. It's going different paths. One will fall and then pick back up, or one will stay up and just stay up, and until they find something next, till they take a step back and look and re-examine and shoot off in a different direction. many things, but they want you to feel like you're being simple-minded or single-minded to possess you, to make you feel uncomfortable, so that they can keep you in their pocket, to keep you in their shadow at the same time, because they're like, okay, this person, I can't really take him out in public. They judging you like that's fucking wrong. That's their spirit. That's a loss of that spirit. That they're stubborn. Now want to shift the mode or transform alongside with you, so they rather fuck your mind up and do that vice versa. 11th house, your associates, associations, things, soul ties, different groups, and things like that. Like, one group could be surface level, one group could be unconscious, not unconscious, but uncomfortable. You go here, they make you feel uncomfortable. You go here, they make you feel like you need to be surface level, and then they get to mix and mingly, get your energies and emotions mix and mingly into the different associations, so that one association will look at you for fucking with them, or vice versa. But in reality, they're on the same like plane, and you're here with your options and shit like that. Like, you tag along with them with the teamwork. They don't just freaking all huddle around you, but they want to make it seem like it is all huddled around you, when really it isn't. You're in the shadow realm doing what you do, and just because you catch the public eye based off of doing that and attracting networks, they want you to switch it up for sake of bouncing around with the different associations to feel uncomfortable, or they want you to be stubborn and not change at all if they're trying to possess you, but they end up being the stubborn ones in your eyes and in their own eyes, so they can reflect that back and try to freaking mind fuck you again over. 12th house, your subconscious, your dreams, illusions, creativity, imaginations, and things of that nature. Subconscious realm, if you have Scorpio here, these gonna be like spirits that are stubborn or consistently playing with uncomfortability with your subconscious, where you realm, that bringing that shit close to home with your dreams, illusions, creativity. Just because it isn't a magical fucking fairy tale with rainbows and unicorns and freaking cloud, because Scorpio energy is in the underworld. How they gonna make you feel uncomfortable in your own fucking shoes? And you see those people that fucking don't want to, some people get too comfortable in their own shoes and can't walk a mile on someone else's. That's to say allegory, like, that's what these spirits are trying to say to you. Like, oh, you're not even comfortable in your shoes. Like, your subconscious, like, being stubborn. Like, oh, you're too comfortable in your own, you're not comfortable enough in your own shoes. You should try on this pair, this pair, this pair, this pair, and different imaginations. When you have your own imaginations in your own unique and individual way, that's how these spirits want to possess you. So look out for that with these spirits that you manifest. Like I said, let me stress, you manifest and summon and attract these based off of your discernment, your good energy that they want to come and fuck up and utilize as a tool or a spaceship in some way, shape, or form to put them in another chakra wheel to spin their ass back down here through you. And they don't get that, then they try to freaking possess your ass as a strong spirit. They try you. If you're ignorant or not knowing, or get caught up in the tidal waves and things like that, you're gonna wind up somewhere on the side with a riptide, where you make it to shore riding that wave, and they try to riptide your ass back into these fucking waters just when you think you made it. That's what that is. After you have the discernment, by default you attract these, and then they want to riptide your ass back. So be on the lookout for that. It's freaking waning moon. Just, like, reflect on that. Reflect on those uncomfortable or stubborn ass people or dry ass spirits around you in your motherfucking something de la casa, like your fucking kingdom and shit like that, your throne. All right, thank you. This is another message. Love y'all. Stay up. Peace.